poetry. We all still here, right? All right. So I wrote these couple poems about being Filipino and stuff. In light of the successes of the Filipinos have been facing this year, but also in light of all the stuff that's been going on over there. I don't know if y'all heard about the floods that have been ravaging the Philippines and stuff. And it really made me think about me and Will joke around about he jokes around about me being Asian all the time, but at the end of the day it's I gotta look at myself in the mirror and be proud about who I am. So this is these poems about that. Bring me your tired. Bring me your hungry and your poor, so we came. Huddled our families into commercial jet planes, skipped our rocks across oceans, picked them up on western shores, stacked them into homes, built the ceilings as high as our credit scores, became nurses, became doctors and engineers, real estate brokers and devout Catholics, and we never looked back. Liberty's beacon of hope shining so bright before us, we anchored ourselves at her feet, called ourselves citizen, and left nothing behind but the stretching shadow of our past, tugging at our heels with their empty stomachs, the typhoons coursing through their veins, the mudslides swiped on their cheeks, the rattling of aluminum rooftops pounding beside their heartbeat. The American dream doesn't allow us to think of such things. The anthem we used to sing becoming so easy to forget. The Philippine soil beneath our nails being wiped clean by health benefits and credit card debt. Watch how quick we write checks to pay off our guilt. Learn to swallow perfect English until every hint of our accent is washed from our throat. Create a language barrier so tall, the pleading voices on the other side is a dialect we don't recognize as our own, but who can ignore the hunger? Who can ignore the rumbling of stomachs that echo from home, the weight of their bellies heavy from swallowing stones? They search for Jesus in our eyes, that we may turn those stones to bread, but we chose to remain silent instead. As if the flood waters could never reach our doors. As if we can't imagine having to be the father, protecting his family from the storm, praying that the roof isn't as frail as his spirit, try pretending not to hear it. When a 12-year-old girl holds her screams as the shame rips through her womb as destructively as a tourist that paid her. Now imagine her mother having to wash that bloody skirt in the river, her tears falling into the current, brought over to our beaches with the morning tide. Have you never stopped to question why the ocean always tastes salty? Have you never wondered how many bodies can be found at the bottom of canals tasted? The way malnutrition settles on the mouth like unheard prayers. The way dehydration makes it impossible to shed tears to show how much they hurt. Because while we button up our shirt and straighten our crooked ties, we can't hear them pounding on our doors from the other side saying, be careful who you impress. Because the most surefire way to oppress a people is to convince them to imitate and adopt the cultures and values of those who oppress. So can you see them when you dress? Can you hear their silence as loud as your conscience? Muffled by the mountains of garbage, lost beneath a parent's broken smile, it still speaks to the heart inside us. How it's stitched together by the loose strings of our flag, held by the frail fingers they've left behind. They tug, hoping to pull us back home. They wait, sitting on the steps of rice terraces, writing our names in soil to bring us closer to our roots. We have to return, take back everything we've learned, carry them like rocks on our backs, stack the stones until the hunger doesn't rumble, until the tables are set, until the children's laughter rises to the anthems we will no longer forget. Stack the stones, show the world our people have backbones. Tell Lady Liberty, we no longer need to bring you our tired, our hungry, and our poor. We can take care of that from home.